Hi, everyone. In case you don't know me, my name is Mrs. Howard, and I'm the math coach at Willowbrook and Elm Tree. And today I'm just going to be showing you how we can incorporate our math, the components of our math block using Seesaw. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is number talk. So what I happen to pull up is a shape talk. And what the kids see is a video. So they'll watch the video that you upload, and then they will complete an activity that you assign to them. So I have pulled up the teacher view of this activity so I can see where the video is. I can play the instructions that were left for the students to listen to. And then I can see the whole class, the whole class's activity. So if I click on, just click on a student here. So I click on Andy here. I can see their worksheet. So as you can see, they are combining 3D shapes to make composite shapes. So they're supposed to look at the two 3D shapes and then decide which of those composite shapes could be made using those two 3D shapes. And then there's also teacher directions, so the kids can listen to what they're supposed to do. So that's just one way of using the Seesaw and for number talks. The next way I wanted to show you was for fact fluency. So I had made a video using the Solve Me mobiles, and I created doubles plus one mobiles. And we kind of walk through it, and the kids can interact with me. And then when they're done, the teachers created some Solve Me mobiles using that strategy. So they're wanting to see their students use that strategy. So you can see that there was quite a few students who showed their thinking, and there were some students that didn't show their thinking. So if we click on Cecilia here, you can see how she solved this mobile. So she showed us that she knew something. 3 plus 3 equals 6. So 3 plus 4 would have to equal 7. And then she showed us here where that 4 came from with that 3 plus 3 plus 1 more. And then there was another one that they had to solve using their doubles there of 7 plus 7. So that's another way that we can use Seesaw to help us if we have to do some more digital learning. The next way is how we can incorporate our counting collections. Even though we might have to be at home, we still want our kids counting. Counting helps us build that strong foundation that our kiddos need, and that we notice when they're getting older that they, when they're struggling, it all comes back to that counting. So this is second grade, but they were wanting to tie in counting collections with comparing numbers with those inequalities. So they have a video here that talks about comparing numbers, and then they have an activity that they attach to it for their students to complete. So the first thing that the students had to do was to choose a collection from home. So they counted their collection and grouped it or put them together however they wanted to, whatever was right for them. So this kiddo, Benton, you can see, chose to make groups of 10, and then showed us that altogether he had 120. And then on the next page is where they tie in that comparing numbers standard. So you can see that they had to take their collection total and compare it to a number that's given to them, and then fill in that inequality symbol that would make the equation, that inequality, true or false. So this kiddo, you can see, took pictures of inequality symbol that he had made. But if you go to, let's look at Boubacar. If you see Boubacar here, he made groups of 30, and then he had a group of 13. But he didn't tell us his total. But here you can see his total. And then you can also see he used the text tool to write in 133, but then he used that the pencil or the marker tool to put in those symbols. So just another great way that we can use Seesaw to help get more information about our kiddos. The last thing that I wanted to show you was how you can tie in your assessments. So this assessment is an array assessment, and it comes straight from our BPS curriculum drive. So what they did is they just took each part of that assessment and put it on a page. So you can see that there's 5 slides and you have to complete them all. And then they just took that assessment and they copied and pasted it in. So they use that snippet tool there and put it onto each slide so that they could get that formative assessment that they needed on their kiddos. So I hope that kind of helps you out with Seesaw. I know it's brand new. We have a lot to learn about it, but I think that once you jump in it, that you're going to be really excited and you're going to find it really helpful. And if you need anything, reach out to your coaches. We are learning alongside you, but we can find answers to help you. Have a great year, and I'll see you later.